What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming stimulus packages, and the physical infrastructure package, as well as what's going on in the world today. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome to our special Mother's Day edition show. We will have another one for you guys tonight at 8 p.m. We have a special guest appearance at the end of this video and the end of the next video at 8 p.m. It's actually snowing here in Ohio today. Yeah, literally, it's been snowing for hours here in Northeast Ohio, and happy Mother's Day, I guess. Yeah, it's middle of May, and yes, snowing here in Ohio. And what's crazy is like a week ago it was like 82 degrees, and now it's in 30s. It's like, come on, where does this come from? Let me know how your Mother's Day is going. Let me know what you're doing today. Happy Mother's Day. Let me know if you're celebrating with friends or family. We have a little mini Mother's Day party going on later today. And my mom's coming over. Laurel's mom's coming over. Laurel, my wife, will obviously be here. Uh, Obviously, the dads and stuff like that. So we'll be getting having some nice food and some cake and some good stuff like that. Laurel got 2 dozen roses yesterday, one for me and one from Julian. So yeah, things are going well here except for the snow. Let me know how your Mother's Day is going so far. If you were worried about that Chinese rocket potentially landing in your yard, fear no more, as it landed today. An out of control Chinese rocket came down into Earth and landed in the Indian Ocean today. I've seen a lot of you guys comments say, I hope it lands in my yard so I can sue them. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Good luck getting money out of China, right? Suing China and trying to get money out of them would be an absolute nightmare, if you know what I'm talking about. As you can see here, NASA denounced China for, quote, failing to meet responsible standards after debris from an uncontrolled rocket re-entered Earth's atmosphere late Saturday evening. Chinese state media, citing the China Manned Space Engineering Office, reported that the debris landed in the Indian Ocean west of the Maldives. The U.S. slammed China, saying spacefaring nations must minimize the risk to people and property on Earth of re-entries of space objects and maximize transparency regarding those operations. Yeah, good luck getting that out of China. It is clear that China is failing to meet responsible standards regarding their space debris. Honestly, sounds no different than what they did with the virus, as they pretty much take no responsibility for it, don't claim any responsibility, and you'll likely never even get any words out of them at all. Let me know if you watched Saturday Night Live last night, as major news today over a cryptocurrency called Dogecoin, which is kind of a digital currency, plummeted after its historic rise this year from about 1 cent per coin all the way up to 70 cents per coin, and it has now dropped all the way from 70 cents down to around 45 to 50 cents in just a matter of hours. However, Dogecoin, or as the cool kids call it, Dog E coin. I don't know how they don't call it Doggy coin. It's literally DOGE. But nonetheless, they call it Dogecoin, has already made many millionaires, literally going from 1 cent per coin up to 70 cents per coin. Bitcoin is near almost $60,000 for one single coin. Yeah, absolutely kind of crazy. And the IRS is considering locking down on this a little bit in the near future as a way to kind of claim their taxes. Remember, if you sell anything for a profit, like a stock, when you sell it for a profit, you're supposed to pay taxes on that profit. And currently, most people, or many people, I should say, do not pay taxes on their cryptocurrency investments, as the IRS has a very difficult time tracking that. I expect there will probably be some type of legislation come out within the next year or so from the government to try to curb that, as kind of one of the newest pushes right now is to shore up tax dollars. And The IRS Commissioner Charles Reddick says that there's up to $1 trillion per year right now of money that the IRS is owed that they don't get paid for. And they want to be able to use that for the next stimulus package, the next infrastructure package, and even future packages, as it's literally $1 trillion per year of tax money that's owed to the US that they don't collect. So this is one way to actually collect money and use on these different packages, infrastructure package, stimulus package, and not need to raise taxes, like as in like raising a tax bracket or raising a sales tax. Literally just collecting the tax that they're currently owed is one way they're going to do it. Here is President Biden speaking on the need for tax fairness for the next stimulus package and physical infrastructure package.
The bottom line is this. My Republican friends had no problem voting to pass a tax proposal that expires in 2025 that cost $2 trillion. None of it paid for. Increased the deficit by $2 trillion. Gave the overwhelming percentage of those tax breaks to people who didn't need it. The top 1/10 of 1%. They didn't need it. Now, what's going to grow America more? What's going to help you and your security more? The super wealthy having to pay 3.9% less tax, or have an entire generation of Americans having associate degrees? That's why all the economists, even on Wall Street, are pointing out, guess what? It grows the economy. Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody. It's fair to say this is about making the average multimillionaire pay just a fair share. It's not going to affect their standard of living at all. Not a little tiny bit. But I can affect the standard of living of the people I grew up with. If they have a job, it's about growth.
Ooh, President Biden getting a little heated there. You don't normally see that from him, as kind of the hot topics of like the last week or so have been the raising of the taxes to pay for these next packages. Although there is a chance, because there's some Democrats and a lot of Republicans that are against raising taxes in any capacity at all, there is a chance that they will end up passing this next package without any tax raises at all. As you know, from watching this channel, there's been 6 stimulus packages passed, 5 from former President Donald Trump. 2 of them had stimulus checks. The other 3, did I get that right? 3? The other 3 were packages but didn't have stimulus checks in there. They had other stimulus provisions. As you know, there's a lot more stimulus items than just the stimulus checks, like Paycheck Protection Program money. There was money in there for vaccines. We have about 15 different items on the block stimulus-wise for the next stimulus package. We'll get to that here in a second. But of the 5 packages passed by former President Trump and 1 passed by current President Biden, there's been 6 stimulus packages, yet no taxes were raised. So nobody is likely going to end up paying for those, because we already run a deficit every year as it is. So the government already basically spends more than they take in. And because there was no tax raises for these first 6 stimulus packages, nor were there back for the 2008-2009 stimulus packages, they're just going to go on the national debt. And remember, I always get from Republicans, because again, I'm not Republican, I'm not Democrat, I just try to shoot down the middle and explain things realistically. I always get from Republicans that Biden's spending's out of control, but it was former President Donald Trump who passed 5 packages, and his first package cost more than President Biden's one and only package so far. Now, to be fair, by the time all is said and done, it's very likely that President Biden could spend more than President Biden. I mean, in reality, he's just getting started. It's only his first package, and he's only just barely gotten into office for our first few months. So it's very likely that Biden will spend more. But he also wants to raise taxes, and there's several different proposals on like raising taxes on the wealthy, raising the corporate tax rate from 21 to 28%, It used to be 35%, and President Trump lowered it all the way from 35% all the way down to 21% in the 2017 Trump tax cuts. President Biden now wants to raise it up to 28%, but he's getting a lot of pushback from that, even from his own Democrats. One to say would be Senator Joe Manchin from West Virginia. Good old Joe Manchin, right? He's always got to have his finger in the pie, saying, "I don't quite like the flavor here. We need to make it slightly different." Senator Joe Manchin said he's not okay with a 28% corporate tax, but he is okay with a 25% corporate tax. It's like, where do you even come up with these numbers? Like, you're just picking numbers out of the air. Like 28's not okay, but 25 is. Like, yeah. So there's also several ways they're going to try to pay for these next stimulus checks. The Social Security raises, the Medicare raises. By the way, I had a really good Social Security update on raises video this morning. I'll link you to that at the end of this video. You should really watch that if that pertains to you or anybody in your family. Very good video. But another way they're going to try to do this is to basically just collect money that's owed, the $1 trillion per year, as well as the $450 billion per year that they can save, the government can save every year by forcing pharmaceutical companies to give prescription drug prices to give it to the U.S. for the exact same price that they sell it to other countries for. That'll save us almost $500 billion per year, or $5 trillion over the course of the next 10 years. There's also several different ideas, like a kind of a sales tax that would happen on every sale of a stock, possibly even a cryptocurrency in the future, as basically every time you sell a stock, or whoever sells a stock, right, would pay a fraction of a percentage of that stock as a sales tax. And this can actually shore up trillions and trillions of dollars by making a fraction of a percentage each time there is a stock sale. The president of the Federal Reserve in Minneapolis says that the U.S. needs, quote, a few years to recover the 10 million lost jobs that we lost during the pandemic. It's actually more than that. I've seen estimates over 16 million. I think that there's around 8 to 10 million that are lost right now that have not been replenished yet. And that kind of goes with the hot topic of the last 48 hours or so, with that absolute terrible, terrible jobs report that has come out. And basically last month, the entire United States was supposed to add 1 million jobs back basically from what we lost. And instead, they only added about 25% of that, with 266,000 jobs were only added, meaning there was almost 750,000 jobs last month that didn't happen, and basically shows our recovery is going much, much slower than anticipated. And we have two completely different reactions from this. Republicans are saying, well, we need to stop unemployment benefits so that people are forced to go back to work. And Democrats are saying, what are you talking about? The economy is doing terrible. We need to reinforce unemployment benefits and pass more stimulus. That's what we've done for the last year with Republicans, is that when the economy is doing terrible, we pass more stimulus. We don't get rid of stimulus. So yeah, it's kind of a tale of two tales there. But remember, the the party in power is the Democrats. They control the House, they control the Senate, and they control the presidency. And they're likely going to pass these next two packages with the reconciliation process, which is basically a process that says they can pass them completely on their own without a single Republican vote. So in a way, it doesn't really matter what the Republicans are saying right now, because the Democrats really don't care. It's like two completely sets of different people. You would think they live thousands and thousands. They live across the country, or across the world, I should say, from each other. But no, we're here in the same country with completely different point of views on how to cure this economic portion of the pandemic as well. And whether you like it or not, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, the Democrats are the ones in power, and the Democrats want more stimulus, and they're going to pass these next two packages likely with the reconciliation process. And that means that they can include any stimulus items that they want in this next American Families Plan. As you know, that they're pushing for a fourth stimulus check to be a monthly recurring stimulus checks. We have two different bills, one from the Senate for $2,000 per month that would go until the pandemic is declared over by the government, so think 6 months. And the other bill from the U.S. House of Representatives is for $1,000 per month that would go until 1 year after the pandemic is declared over. So think in that case, probably about 18 different months. It's pretty much been confirmed that they are going to have an increase of the child tax credits. Those are the monthly payments, that the monthly checks that the IRS is going to start sending out in July. So in about 2 months from now, maybe a little less. Monthly payments to children and the parent who claims them as a dependent on a tax return of $250 per month for children ages 6 through 17 and $300 per month for children under the age of 6. It's been pretty much confirmed that they're going to add in an additional 4 years or more till 2025. They're going to continue these monthly stimulus checks. This was passed from the third stimulus check package. It is a stimulus provision. And it's basically monthly checks going to children and the families of $250 to $300 per month per child. That is likely going to be in this next package. They're also pushing for 2 years of free college, as we've seen President Biden mention, as well as 2 years of free preschool. There's probably going to be some Medicare expansion and possibly Social Security extension. I'll link you to that here. I did a video this morning that you'll need to watch on Social Security increases. It's a really good video. Can you say Happy Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day!
Or you just relax? Tell them what your name is.
Baby
I don't yell. Say Baby Julian.
Baby Julian.
And say it's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day!
And can you tell them how old you are?
3!
Yeah, say I just turned 3 a few weeks ago.
Yeah!
Hey, what's that song you were just singing? Can you sing them that song?
John the bird is falling down, and then falling down. You're the bird.
Why are you always so wild whenever we film? Can you say bye-bye to everybody?
Bye.
Say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
And say
Day.
maybe I'll see you in the 8 p.m. video. All right, say bye-bye. We love you.
Bye-bye, we love you. Oh!
Are you taking your cars in your school bus?
Yeah.
All right, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, this is my green car.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. You can click this video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is my video from this morning about the Social Security raises that they want to include sometime here in the next package or two. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.